Welcome to the video. We are still on the topic of impulse and momentum. Impulse, we have already defined it as the change in momentum as well as the product of the net force and the change in time. Momentum, on the other hand, it is simply the product of an object's mass and its velocity. Let's look at conservation of momentum. And in order to establish what it means, we're going to explore different kinds of systems within physics. Now, the word system refers to a set of objects and their interactions with each other. Now, a system is a small part of the universe that we are considering in order to observe a particular phenomenon. The objects which are located outside the system make up what we call the environment. When objects outside the system exert a force on the object within the system, the force is referred to as an external force. An isolated system. What is an isolated system? An isolated system is one where there is no external net force on the system. That is to say, all the forces that are observed within the systems, they are internal forces. That is to say, only the object within the systems are exerting forces on each other, and there's no other objects which are exerting force on those which are within the system. Now let us explore the concept of conservation momentum. When two bodies are in motion in an isolated system, they maintain their total momentum if no external force acts on them. So that concept or that idea, it is what we call the conservation of momentum. To understand this, let us consider the following. In a system that is made up of an object A, and an object B, if they collide at a given instant in time, object A will exert a force on object B, and this force will be for a short amount of time, change in t. And the object B will also exert a force of equal magnitude on the opposite direction according to Newton's third law. Now we know that this force will be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. If now we consider the sum of the momentum before they collided and the sum of momentum after they collided, and they are observed to be equal, the sum before and the sum after of momentum. If they are equal, then we know that momentum was conserved in that system, which means that the system is an isolated system.